morning on the outskirts of Hoodsport, the golden sunlight spreads across the red dirt road leading to Elias farm. The air is fresh, the mist still lingers on the trees along the path. Kalu, Elias' loyal dog, strolls leisurely, his nose sniffing for any fresh traces. Suddenly, his ears perk up when he hears a faint cry coming from the roadside. The cry is like a cry for help, broken, almost fading into the early morning wind. Kalu slowly approaches the source of the sound. Among the piles of straw and dry grass, a rusty iron cage lies. Inside the cage, a skinny lion cub, its fur falling out in patches, is trembling. Its eyes are bloodshot, heavy with fatigue and fear. A strong stench rises from the cage, mixed with dried blood and rotting food. Kalu barks softly, looking around to ensure safety. Seeing no danger, he gently bit the lion cub's neck. A firm but extremely gentle movement, like a mother lifting her child. Kalu pulled the lion cub out of the rusty cage. He placed the poor creature on the ground, then gently licked the dirt off its fur. The lion cub tried to stand up, but its trembling legs immediately collapsed. Its breathing was weak, as if it could stop at any moment. Kalu looked around and decided to take his little friend back to the farm. He bit the lion's neck, walking slowly but surely. The sky began to turn gray, the wind carrying moisture, signaling the coming rain. Kalu picked up his pace, trying to keep his balance so as not to hurt the skinny body. The light from the wooden house at the end of the road appeared. Elias was gardening when he heard the loud barking of a dog. He quickly stepped out onto the porch and stood still. Before his eyes, Kalu was holding a ragged lion cub. Elias rubbed his eyes, thinking he was seeing things. But the round ears and the tuft of fur at the end of his tail told the truth. He quickly got down, knelt next to Kalu, and touched the animal's wet fur. A faint warmth still glimmered under the dirt. Elias gently carried it into the house. He placed the lion cub on a thick blanket near the fireplace. Elias wiped away the dirt, revealing many old scratches and wounds. Worried, he quickly called the local rangers. In less than 20 minutes, a green pickup truck appeared at the gate. 2 rangers carrying medical bags got out, their eyes filled with concern. They examined the rusty cage that Elias had brought back. One whispered, "Maybe someone raised it illegally and left it behind." The other nodded, "It could also be a failed smuggling operation." They agreed to immediately notify the conservation force for further investigation. The lion cub was placed in a special cage, covered with a blanket to keep warm. Kalu barked loudly, as if he couldn't bear to leave his little friend. Elias patted the dog's head, reassuring him that everything would be fine. The rescue vehicle took the lion to the Kruger Wildlife Rescue Center. There, the veterinarian quickly placed it on the examination table. Its heart rate was weak, its body temperature was low. They immediately gave it intravenous fluids, mineral supplements, and antibiotics. A nurse carefully cleaned the deep wound on its leg. The lion cub whimpered softly every time the water touched the painful spot. The doctor leaned over, his voice warm. "You'll be safe." They fed it spoonfuls of minced meat porridge mixed with milk, rekindling hope for life. Outside, the rain poured down, washing away the pain of fate. After a few hours of care, its breathing gradually became more even. It slept peacefully in a small cage with a red heating lamp. A small sign hung in front of the cage, "Hoodsport Rescue, Recovering." Weeks later, the cub's health improved rapidly. Its fur gradually returned to its shiny state. The staff named it Lucky, the lucky survivor. Lucky played with straw balls, jumped over logs, practiced mock hunting. Meanwhile, the conservation police tracked down video from roadside cameras. they saw a truck abandoning the cage and driving away in a hurry. The license plate helped track down the owner, who had been suspected of keeping animals illegally. The investigation expanded, dismantling a cross-border animal smuggling ring. More than 10 rare species, including leopard cubs, baboons, and baby antelopes, were rescued. The shocking story sparked a movement to denounce environmental crimes. Elias and Kalu became silent heroes in the eyes of the community. Every time the rangers visited, Lucky ran to rub his head through the bars of the cage. 6 months later, Lucky was strong and agile, ready to return to the wild. In the clear morning, the rescue vehicle took him back to the grasslands. When the cage door opened, Lucky looked back at his savior and stepped out, his hooves touching the dry ground. He growled softly as if to say goodbye, then gradually disappeared into the sea of yellow grass, starting a new journey.